Hello everyone, I'm Jessica Blackbird. Welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. Those are 3 easy and free ways to help my little channel grow. Thank you. According to an article from the New York Post, today, June 27th, Joe Biden inadvertently helped Hunter pay Russia-linked escorts. Joe Biden inadvertently financed his son Hunter's dalliances with a Russia-linked escort ring, according to a report on Monday today. President Biden wired his 52-year-old son $100,000 to help him pay bills from December 2018 through January 2019, the Washington Examiner reported, citing records from a laptop Hunter Biden left behind at a computer repair shop in Delaware. Hunter Biden, meanwhile, had spent more than $30,000 on sex workers between November 2018 and March 2019, records show, including many linked to Russia-based email addresses and connected to an exclusive model agency called Uber GFE, the outlet reported. Joe Biden wired Hunter $5,000 while his son was actively engaged with one escort and was also convinced to send another $20,000 to pay for his stay at a New York drug rehabilitation program that never came to fruition, according to the report. In a series of reports in October 2020, the Post first detailed the business dealings of President Biden's younger son in Ukraine and China based on documents and data found in the laptop. Hunter Biden is now under federal investigation for possible tax fraud stemming from his overseas business dealings, and House Republicans want his longtime partner, Eric Schwerin, to turn over documents they believe link the president to those relationships. There is no indication in the cell phone backup messages contained on the laptop, the Post first revealed and unearthed now by the Examiner, that Joe Biden knew some of the money he sent his son was going to be spent on sex workers. So Joe Biden did not know anything about where the money was going. He thought it was to pay bills. In one February 2019 message to a woman named Eva, Hunter Biden told the point of contact at Uber GFE that his accounts were temporarily frozen since trying to pay her workers with Russian email accounts was too much of a red flag for his bank. Eva referred to Hunter using his first name, Robert, in the text message. Photos show she also asked him to send the funds by wire like he did it before, the message shows. Send me Julia and I will give her the cash, Hunter replied. A screenshot shows, so he wanted some woman named Julia to go to him and he would give her cash. Okay, Eva responded. In another instance, Joe Biden wired Hunter $5,000 less than 3 hours before he filmed a dispute with an escort regarding a $10,000 payment at a cottage in Boston, the Washington Examiner reported. Eva told Hunter Biden in January 2019 that the total charge for 16 hours with an escort would be $9,500, while directing him to wire the funds to a bank account linked to a woman with a Russian email address. Less than 90 minutes later, Hunter Biden got an email informing him that Joseph R. Biden Jr. had sent him $5,000 through Cash App. Joe Biden's assistant at the time, Richard Ruffner, also texted Hunter to say the amount was the most allowed since the weekly limit is $7,500, according to the report. Joe Biden later texted Hunter to check if the funds went through, but he didn't get a response that evening, text messages show. Hunter Biden appeared to dispute the payment amount in text messages to Eva and sent her video of himself having a conversation with the escort, asking if he had ever hurt her, according to the report. "Have I ever been anything but respectful?" Hunter Biden asked. Hunter Biden at the time claimed he was so broke he couldn't afford to rent a pair of skis in a text message to his sister-in-law turned lover, Haley Biden, just one day before filming the video with the sex worker, according to the report. In all, Hunter Biden doled out more than $30,000 to Russian escorts linked to Eva and Uber GFE between November 2018 and March 2019, records show. Hunter Biden also searched online for DC Russian escorts and visited the Uber GFE website to look for sex workers in Boston using his iPhone XS. A copy of his abandoned laptop shows. Joe Biden has said he was not involved in any of Hunter's businesses, but Republicans point out that Sherwin visited the White House and other official venues 27 times during the Obama administration when Biden was vice president. Eva had to chase Hunter Biden down for payment for escort services for 6 weeks. She ultimately directed him to wire funds to a bank account linked to women with distinctly Eastern European names, according to the report. Attorneys for Hunter Biden and the White House did not respond to requests for comment, as well as reps for Uber GFE, the Washington Examiner reported. We can all sympathize with Biden's love for his troubled son while recognizing that he was shoveling prodigious sums of money to Hunter Biden when the neon lights were flashing that Hunter was compromised and using the money to become ever more compromised. And with Russia, of all places, former federal prosecutor Andy McCarthy told the outlet. McCarthy continued, Joe Biden is a textbook example of why applicants with family members who maintain shady ties with foreign actors, particularly those connected to authoritarian anti-American regimes with highly capable intelligence services, get rejected when applying for a security clearance. Hello everyone. I'm going to give my short and brief opinion on Hunter Biden and his father, Joe, our president. Hunter, in my opinion, is a huge F up. He has brought shame on his family, in my opinion. And it isn't because he is an addict. He was a crack addict. He's been an addict to a bunch of things, including alcohol. People suffer with addictions. They really do. But guess what? Joe Biden wrote most of the crime bill that sent a generation of people to prison for particularly crack cocaine offenses. So whether you were a crack addict or a crack dealer, you went to prison for a very long time. I'm sitting here in 2022 and there are still people incarcerated from the early 90s on crack charges. Joe Biden's son, Hunter, was spared all of the prison time he could have gotten for his crack addiction. His father has not helped, in my opinion, this guy grow up and be a man. When you are in your late 40s, early 50s, and you're still calling your father to pay your bills, in my opinion, that just shows their relationship. It seems that Hunter was allowed to get away with so many things his entire life. And it's all going to come crashing down. And he's going to drag other people into his muck and mud. And we're already seeing that his father is being implicated in things. Now, they said that he did not know what his son was doing, why he needed all this money, except that he needed it to pay bills. I mean, seriously, his brother died. Hunter's brother, Bo, passed away. And then he ends up with cheating on his wife with his brother's widow. I mean, seriously, how sick is that? And his family was okay with that. So it's obvious that this guy has been given everything on a silver platter, and he traded his drug addiction for an addiction to sex. I mean, he needs help. And Mr. Biden, you need to stop enabling his behavior. This guy will never learn until he is left to face the music. He will never learn. When I was a child, if I did something wrong, my mother allowed my brothers and I to go through the consequences. I never got in trouble with the law, and I never want to. But getting in trouble at school, when I was a kid, when you got home, if there was a report that you did something at school, you didn't listen, you got it again. But I guess being from a very influential and rich family, everything was swept under the rug because, in my opinion, his father had very high political aspirations. And if he told the truth about his delinquent son, it would damage him in some way. But it's time to start letting this grown man deal with the consequences of his behavior. He will never learn, ever. That is my take on Hunter and Joe. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know if you know anyone who has been this just out there, like drugs and alcohol and prostitution and all of that. And what happened to them? Were they arrested for things? Were they, did they have to face the music? Unlike Hunter, who's been coddled his entire life, in my opinion. Let me know what you think about this story in the comments. Let's talk about it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Those are 3 easy and free ways to help my little channel grow. Thank you so much.